Hi, in this video for the Perfectly Practical Bag, I'm going to be talking about the zipper and binding the top. You do those both at the same time. Now just to review a little bit, you have sewn your pockets on, sewn your center panel, added your sides, you've sewn your side seam, and also you would have put your zipper tabs on your zipper as well as sewn your bows, which will be put on later on. So to put your zipper on, I'm going to move back over here a little bit. You're going to baste your zipper on first, but before you baste it, you're going to pin it. The way you're going to pin it is you first want to draw a line in the center of the zipper. Unzip it, lay it over the top of your bag, like that. You're going to match that line that you've drawn with the center line that you've pinned. This is the center line that you used for measuring the width of the bag and for a variety of things. Now you're going to use that center line and you're going to match that drawn line on your zipper with the center line. So you're going to take your zipper and you're going to fold it over like that and pin it on. So I'm just going to make sure that that line matches my center line. If it's off a little bit, that's fine. You'll do the same with the other side. Now working from the center front to the side, you're simply going to pin, and the reason that I put the pin heads up like that is they're easier to pull out as I'm basting the zipper on. So I'm just going to pin. You may want to pin in a few more places than I'm doing it right now, and you pin all the way to the side. Now I'm pinning on top of a basted zipper, so it's a little bit more difficult. But once you get to 1 inch before that side seam right there, about 1 inch, you want to angle your zipper down. And I'm going to take this zipper off so I can show you what I mean by that. So you want to angle your zipper down like this. Pin it so that it doesn't move around. And then pin your zipper on all the way to the other side. Angle your zipper down, starting about 1 inch before the side seam. And then do the other side the same way. The next thing that you're going to do is baste that zipper on with 1/8 of an inch seam. Very, very close to the edge. Baste it on all the way around. Then you're going to add your binding. And you're going to put your binding right on top of the zipper. You're sewing your binding on with 1/4 of an inch seam so it will hide that basting. But that basting helps to secure that zipper right in there so it's nice and secure. The next thing that you're going to do once you've sewn your binding all the way around is you are going to flip your binding to the inside of the bag so that your zipper stands right up. Now I'll show that on the back here so that you can see it a little bit better. I'm folding the binding all the way to the inside so you can see how wide that binding will be on the inside. And what I do is I'll pin along the bottom. So I'm going to fold it, and I want to feel that seam allowance, and I'm going to pin along the bottom. You'll do that all the way around, and then you're going to stitch in 2 places. That seam allowance is too thick for you to sew through, so sew just below the seam allowance And then you're going to sew all the way around close to the folded edge of your binding. Now I'm going to show you this on the finished bag here. Here's your seam allowance. You can see how puffy that is, how that sort of stands out a little bit. So I've sewn just below that seam allowance, and then again at the very top stitch right along the folded edge of the binding. And that's it. That's how you add your zipper.